Dear brother, go to the people, live among them, learn from them, love them, serve them, plan with them, start from what they know, build on what they have. Good morning, everyone. These are the famous words of the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, the great C.N. Annadurai. He gave the definition of leadership. What you need to get from this is a leader has to connect with the masses. A leader has to connect with the followers. I know most of you are going to be engineers, so probably you are not thinking that you will have a political leader as a career, unlike the people on the stage here, especially our MP and our former politician sitting on the stage. But then you never know what life has in for your future, right? Our own VITN is sitting as the mayor of Vellore. A big round of applause for her. You never know what life has in store for you. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's not just that you have to become a political leader or government leader to have these qualities. Even when you go and join a company as a manager, you are a leader. So what happens is, unless you take care of your team members, the subordinates, if you truly care for the welfare of your subordinates and your staff, you cannot become a leader unless you truly care for them. And once you put your confidence in someone, they grow. So you always repose your faith in your subordinates and they will grow. This is one of the important management mantra I have learnt in life. The management books talk about different styles of leadership. The authoritarian leadership, the person who dictates from the top, doesn't listen to their team members. And then they have this democratic leadership. Even for any corporate decisions, they will put everything to vote. That also doesn't work. And then there is laissez-faire leaders. They don't really care. Things go automatically on their own way. Somehow things get solved. That also doesn't work. So you need to be a combination. Sometimes, you have to be a bit authoritarian. You cannot be completely democratic. On the other hand, you cannot be completely, the other way around also. You cannot be completely democratic. So you have to be a hybrid of all these various leadership qualities which you read in the books, but as you go through life, you're going to experience. One great thing is, you don't have to personally go through life to understand how life works. There are people in front of you, from whom you can learn from others' experience. That's the fastest way to get the experience. And there are books written by them and speeches. So you listen to all of them and can become great leaders. The reason I'm talking about leadership is, I see the young leaders, student council members coming up. As was pointed out, it's the responsibility of the student council to connect the students with the administrators. And it's very important that you represent genuine complaints. There are some students who may not be who might be complaining about everything, but you have to prioritize what is genuine and then bring it to the notice of the student welfare or other higher officials and get them resolved. So that's one of the issues which I want to touch. The other issue which I wanted to touch today is about the 3 R's which you might have heard of: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, we need to have a green earth. Green earth does not mean just greenery. It has to be sustainable earth. So what we leave to the next generations is very, very important. What we inherited, are we going to leave it in a better condition, or are we going to leave it in a worse condition than what we inherited? It's very important that all of you youngsters start thinking in those terms. At VIT, we want to be a model campus. We want to have a sustainable campus. It has almost become like a small city. There are 20,000 plus students here. At least 16,000 living on campus. So the amount of energy we consume, the amount of waste we generate, this becomes like a city issue. So we are looking at solving it and making it sustainable. How do we reduce? For example, we have already banned plastic bags in VIT. The next thing is we are banning half a liter plastic bottles of water, which you all, some of the press people have in their hand right now. So that's all gone. See, remember those days in India where we didn't throw away all those plastic bottles. Remember our grandparents and everybody, they used to pour water in a tumbler, drank it, and the tumbler was washed and reused. What happened to that culture? What happened to that reuse culture? We have inherited the bad culture of the Western nations. We have left out some of the good things. We have taken only the bad things of the Western culture, and we just throw away the waste. That's something wrong. That's not sustainable. That's not a sustainable activity. So I want all the students to think in terms of how to, first of all, reduce the waste we generate. And then, you reuse as much as possible. And then we generate, from the waste we generate electricity and try to recycle also. So these 3 R's I want you to have in mind. I wish all the best to the newly elected student council members. All the best. Thank you. And talking about the green earth, so we are announcing a novel scheme today. It's called MyTree, MYTREEE, double E only. MyTree scheme, in which we are strongly encouraging all VITians, whether it's students or faculty members, staff members or alumni, to donate ₹1,000. A tree will be planted by them and it will be dedicated to whomever they want, and VIT will dig a pit, maintain, put a tree guard, and this is actually to spread the awareness among the VIT community to have greenery surrounding them and plant more trees. Of course, the original idea came from none other than our Chancellor. Now that we are implementing it, I'm sure other colleges and institutions can follow such an idea where we encourage the entire community, student, faculty, and everybody to plant a tree either inside their campus or outside the campus. The donations have started pouring in. Within the first 4 days, 103 trees have been, 113 trees have been donated till last evening. Since we cannot call all of them on stage, we are going to announce the first day donors only, about 23-24 of them, to the stage. I request our Honorable Chief Guest to inaugurate the scheme by presenting one sapling to each of the donors of the MyTree scheme. I request Mr. Somasundaram, the Special Officer who's in charge of Estate Department, to announce the first day donors. Thank you.